It's funny, actually, how you're born and you grow and how you're just expected to be the best version of yourself. People are so consumed by looks and personality and status, and you feel inadequate. You feel like you're not good enough. And as you go through adolescence, you start to feel it more and more. You're not good enough. You don't measure up. You're not pretty enough. You're just not that great. I struggled with this for a while, but now it's my time to finally love myself.
Hi, I'm Valerie Villar, and I have no video ideas today. So what I decided I was going to do is just talk to the camera. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. I wanted to touch base on a couple of different things. Recently I've been feeling really insecure about myself, and insecurity is definitely something that most people struggle with. The extent of the insecurity is something that varies. So for me, when I was younger, I suffered from extreme insecurity. I would never want to leave my house. I was afraid that people were going to stare at me and look at me because in my mind I saw myself as some type of creature. Obviously now, being an adult, I now know that that was very untrue, but having those crippling thoughts like haunting you every single day and hearing those lies about yourself, it's really tough, especially for someone who's trying to find themselves in adolescence. So I wanted to make this video because recently I've been struggling with self-acceptance and really loving myself. Like I said before, I did struggle with this when I was younger, and it's kind of a cycle. Every now and then I'll feel insecure, but then the feelings will go away. Lately, they haven't. And I think it stems from my unhappiness in my basically in my life. So currently I work at this establishment that I'm extremely unhappy with. I've been trying to get different jobs, but I need a job that can accommodate my school schedule, which isn't always easy, but I know there is one out there. I've really been struggling with this particular place because we had a new person come in for management, and he has a vendetta against me. It causes me extreme anxiety just being around him. I'm not one who will just sit back and allow someone to mistreat me. So having that constant argument or having constant clash with him, it really bothers me. And I think overall I'm a pretty happy person, but just having that combination of self-doubt and having this antagonist come and really damper on my mood is affecting me and is affecting my self-esteem, along with a couple of other things. So yesterday I was very impulsive. I chopped my hair off, I got a nose ring, I got a new outfit, and in the moment it did feel really good. And I think that self-care is something that people should do every now and then, once a week at least. But I think what I was really doing was trying to cover up for something that's less surface level. Yeah, I can change my appearance. Yeah, I can, get a manicure, change my hair, change up my style, which is fine, but I think the root of the problem really stems from anxiety and insecurity. So I just wanted to make this video to talk about different steps on how I deal with my anxiety and how I'm still dealing with it. Because as a 24-year-old, it's really hard when you see, and I think with any age, when you see other people succeeding in life, when you see other people just really achieving their dreams and you feel like you're far from that. So I just wanted to make this video to help you guys and to help myself also feel better about who I am and who God made me to be. So one way that I find that makes me feel a lot better about myself is to do self-care. So when I feel really insecure about myself, when I have anxiety, I stop really focusing on my appearance. So I won't wear makeup, and I'm not saying makeup is something that is essential in life, but it does make me feel better and a little bit more confident. I know that I don't need it, but I like wearing it and it's fun. So just like having like a little bit of makeup on, doing my hair, dressing in cute clothes, because I have so many different clothes that I just neglect to wear each day, and I kind of just pick and choose from the same things, the same like 4 items. So definitely like taking care of yourself, even if you can't afford to get a manicure, like do a manicure on yourself at home, like paint your nails, trim your nails, just like get like a face mask and relax, read a good book. Thing that I also try to do is journal, and with journaling it really releases all of the anxiety and the thoughts, and it puts it onto one page, so I can just see, and I can grab my journal and see that on November 2nd I was feeling really down about myself because I was comparing myself to people that I went to high school with. And so really manifesting my thoughts onto paper is helpful because it shows me just kind of how, like, what my mindset was in that day, and how my thinking can blow things out of proportion. So just because someone has a successful career, or they are engaged, or they're in a good relationship, like I may not necessarily have those things yet, but I'm on a different path. So just like seeing those things, they just turn into goals, and they just make me want to work harder. But I shouldn't allow someone's success to bring me down because I have success in my own way. So really journaling and writing out my thoughts and my feelings and my emotions, it really helps a lot. So I would recommend journaling. Another thing that I do, and it's just based off of who I am as a person, is I pray and I read my word. So I read the Bible and I do different devotionals. And for that, it's really important because Christ is a huge part of my life. And honestly, like when I am reading my Bible and when I am just delving into the scriptures, and I just really let God penetrate my heart on what he's trying to say to me, it shows me that I'm living for a bigger purpose than myself. So if I'm constantly just so fixated on who, like my trials and who I am, it bums me out. But if I see myself as like a vessel for God with a greater purpose in life, it makes me feel so much better and so much hopeful, knowing that even though there are tragedies in the world, like God still prevails. And he's still here, and so that really helps me, and it's reassuring. Another thing I do is it's finding an outlet. So for me, recently I've been making more videos on YouTube, and that gives me an excuse to hang out with friends, or it gives me an excuse to edit, which I really love doing. Just having those outlets, it's so amazing, and I'm glad that I have some type of platform to put my creativity on, I guess. And even though that the majority of the people who watch my videos are people that I know, it feels really good because I'm not necessarily making videos for millions and millions of views. It feels really good to know that my niece who lives like 40 minutes away is watching this, or to know that my friends from back home are watching this. I mean, obviously, like, I'm doing this for myself, but it's really fun to put it on a platform like YouTube and to share it and to share my thoughts and my feelings because they're valid just like yours are. So having that outlet and doing something that makes me happy makes, obviously, my quality of life better. Another thing I do is I love to spend quality time with my friends and my family. So a huge person in my life that is just so impactful and so supportive of me and so loving and who I just really enjoy being around is my mom. Just being around her just gives me so much happiness and so much joy, and I just love it. She's literally my best friend, and growing up, it's just really awesome that I'm able to say that now. She's just someone who I can just call about my problems, and after speaking for like 30 minutes to an hour, I feel so much better about life. And so she's a huge support system, and I'm so thankful and I'm so blessed to have her in my life. Another thing that really helps me in life are my friends. They are so dorky and crazy and weird, and I just love it so much. We call each other the pod, which is pretty embarrassing, but I just love them so much. And just like, we live pretty far from each other. I live in Southern California, they live in Northern California, but just like connecting with them each day or each week, it just makes me feel so good just knowing that there's someone out there who's so supportive of me and I'm so supportive of them. Like, we can be weird and goofy together, and even though we're growing up, we can still have, it's like, the heart of a child. I don't know, that sounds weird. We're together, we're immature, but in the best way possible. Just like having those different connections and just venting to a camera lens, it's really helpful. And I know that I'm not perfect, and there are things that I'm working on myself physically and emotionally. And honestly, if you're experiencing these thoughts and none of these things are helping you, I would highly recommend therapy. I know before it was very taboo. You went to a therapist, therefore something's wrong with you mentally. And sometimes, like, mental health is just disregarded. So if you are just that type of person who needs someone else who doesn't know you, and so you can express yourself and how you feel, then I would highly recommend therapy. And another thing I forgot to mention is exercising. I was an athlete, I was a diver, and lift weights, and I would exercise like at 5:45 every morning, and it was really good for me physically, obviously, and then mentally as well. I haven't been as consistent when it comes to exercising, and I noticed that really affects my mood too, because when you do exercise, your endorphins are released. So I would highly recommend exercising, and just, if you can't afford a gym membership, like, take a walk outside with friends or call someone and take a walk. Use dumbbells in your house. Either get a yoga mat and do some stretches. There's so many different ways to exercise. I would recommend those things. Mental health is a serious issue. If you feel that you're struggling, like, reach out. You can always contact me in the comments down below. And let's just create a platform where it's safe to talk about your feelings, where it's safe to talk about how you can feel invalid sometimes, because that's a real issue. I want my channel to be something that's fun and that's exciting and that's new, so it's a safe place for me and it's a safe place for you. So if you guys ever struggle with insecurity, if you ever struggle with not feeling good enough, we can talk about this together and we can get through this, because I really hope that this channel it's here for entertainment purposes, but it's also here to help you guys. I'd really appreciate it if you guys subscribed and left comments down below requesting different video ideas. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
You are made for so much more than all of this. You're beautiful.